so much for joining us. So I think just to start off, it'd be good to get an idea about the ASEAN Centre for Energy, what it does, as well as maybe what you do within the ACE.
Okay, thank you. ASEAN Centre for Energy, basically, we are the secretariat role for the ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation, comprising of the 7 program areas, which is all of the spectrum of energy, starting from ASEAN Power Grid, renewable energy, energy efficiency, also the Trans-ASEAN gas pipeline, including oil. We also having roles on the regional energy policy planning as well as nuclear energy. So all of these spectrum program areas under ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation as a blueprint of energy activities in Southeast Asia is under our office. And my role basically as executive director to manage, oversee, and make sure these activities and program areas are well organized and also achieving its objectives. And we work closely with 10 member states with the focal points, and we report to the senior officials of energy, so leaders, as well as in the end, we reporting our activities on the APEC to the ministerial level, 10 countries in Southeast Asia.
I see. And well, being one of the authority figures for the ASEAN region, especially when it comes to energy, you must have seen quite a few observations regarding where the region has, come in say the last 10 to 15 years. What are some of your observations? Maybe you can share a bit with us.
Yeah, we did a lot in about this energy cooperation, and we do have a target under the ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation. For example, in the renewable energy target, we need to reach aspirationally 23% in 2025. We also having a target on this installed power capacity coming from RE, 35% in 2025. Right now, the status of this RE in installed power capacity is reaching 33.6%. I think we all know that United States approximately around 20%, which is ASEAN have to be proud of it. We already reached 33.6. And according to our latest study, as well as the power development plan coming from member states, 10 countries member states, we can achieve approximately 37% in 2025, which is 2% beyond the target 35% in 2025. And the total primary energy supply, we are working very hard on that because the abated power generation is rather difficult to achieve. Basically, mainly the abated coal in the industrial sectors and also transportation sectors. We reach currently 14.6%.
Right.
We're still having a gap approximately 6 to 7%. But we're working hard on that. For example, we're working on the RE long-term plan as well as the RE plan itself for the short term. On the RE plan, on the transport sectors, we try to achieve certain percentage of the bioenergy into the power generation blended as well as the fuel in the transport sectors. So another achievement coming from our office and also energy cooperation in Southeast Asia is that we already reached the ASEAN Power Grids quite significantly the progress. At this very moment, we already traded 265 gigawatt hours of electron from Laos PDR to Singapore through Malaysia and Thailand.
Right.
So this is a multilateral power trade upgraded from the first LTM, Laos, Thailand, and Malaysia multilateral trade. So those are very, very promising progress in the last couple of years, since the ASEAN Power Grid is one of the most important measures in order to increase our energy security, energy affordability, and of course, if we want to increase VRE or variable RE, we need to be connected. So we need to have a stable grid, we need to have a bigger grid, and of course, we need to have a smart grid installed, and those are something that currently we are pursuing.
Right. I just want to go back to what you said previously, where you said ASEAN is on track to be 37% renewable. By when again?
2025.
2025. That's quite amazing.
Yeah.
And
installed power capacity. Yeah.
I see. And what do you think is the ASEAN region's advantage in this area that's allowing for this growth?
Those will be very good advantages for the countries who want to have a stable energy security. And secondly, will be also good for the affordable prices of energy, because interconnectivity will provide a various type of energy resources, and Southeast Asia abundantly having indigenous renewable energy resources. Basically, we can say hydropower, we have a lot, approximately more than 250 gigawatt power capacity in Southeast Asia, and also 22 to 25 gigawatt of the geothermal. And we have a lot of abundantly available bioresources, both in the power generation part, which is biomass, and also on these biofuel for the transportation sectors. So if we do have interconnectivity, not only the power generation or transmission interconnectivity, we have also the interconnectivity in terms of the bioenergy infrastructure, for example. Those will be helping a lot member states to achieve their economic target. Because if you want to have a 5%, 6% economic growth, you need 3 to 4% energy growth. So meaning the supply should be also the same amount. So we need a lot of energy in the pathways for the economic growth in the region, which is going to be the fourth largest economy in the world in 2040, 2050.
Amazing. And in preparing for that, maybe tell me about what ACE has done to help further the energy transition as well as decarbonization efforts within the ASEAN region.
ACE as a catalyst, basically as an organization to having a secretariat role on the APAIC activities. Another part of that, we are the implementing agencies for all of these project activities under the ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation. So we work a lot with our dialogue partners, which is country outside Southeast Asia, which have a dialogue communication with ASEAN, for example, like China, Japan, United States, and recently we opened a dialogue with the EU, for example. So we work closely with them, and we also work closely with the Asia. We work closely with the international organization like the United Nations. We also work with these think tank like IEA, ARENA, and other institutions, regional institutions like OLADE in Latin America, and African Union in Africa. And of course, we work closely with our neighboring countries around Southeast Asia, for example, like Australia, China, which is the border is connected with us. So this cooperation is under our office. So we also manage and doing project together with them in the various type of energy activities. As I mentioned, we do have 7 program areas, so we work closely on these 7 activities: ASEAN Power Grid, renewable energy, energy efficiency, even nuclear energy activities for civilian purposes. We work on that as well.
Right. And we've been talking about the interconnectedness of the grid that we're aiming towards. How feasible, or rather how realistic do you think it could be that one day we might have an interconnected ASEAN grid?
We did a study, we call it ASEAN Interconnection Master Plan studies. Now in the phase 3, we did ASEAN Interconnection Master Plan studies 1, 2, and now in the third phase. In the third phase, we divided into 3 phases. So we already finished first M3 first and M3 second, and then we on the process of M3 3. So over there, we already found out that technically it is feasible. Economically, definitely, it is also feasible. And then most importantly, political will. And it is also being endorsed by all of the ministers in 10 countries, meaning politically will not be a burden. So you got political support, political will, you got technical feasibility is there, and also economically is it also there. So the other part will be proceed and solidified between utilities in 10 member states, right? So we did MOU last August during ASEAN Ministerial Energy Meeting on the 41st in Bali. We had MOU with the PLN, Indonesia state-owned companies, and also Tenaga Berhad Malaysia on the potential interconnectivity between Sumatra Peninsula to Peninsula, Sumatra, Indonesia to Peninsula Malaysia, submersible transmission. Another transmission is on the Sabah northern part to Kalimantan Northern part to Sabah, overhead transmission. Those are the translation of those for our technically, economically feasible as well as commitment from the political will. So we are already on the step on these utilities companies to go on board. So basically, I'm very optimistic.
Right. And you would say that's probably where the future of the energy transition as well as the landscape is heading.
Yeah, those are one of those.
All right. I think that really about wraps it up. Perhaps just one last question for you. Maybe perhaps in terms of besides this interconnectedness of the grid, maybe what's one more key point that you think the industry should focus on?
Efficiency. According to our ASEAN Energy Outlook 7 report, our energy demand will increase 4 times in 2050, and without efficiency, it will be very, very difficult for us to achieve those demand requests. So that's why efficiency should come first. We work also a lot on the efficiency measures with IEA, with UNEP, United Nations ESCAP, and with also companies, cooling producers, machineries, and training facilities, and so on really reducing the efficiency. We do have target on 32% energy intensity reduction from the 2005 levels.
Right.
So it's quite big homework. It should come first because efficiency is the first fuel and the cheapest way to utilize energy. You have efficiency, you have renewable energy, you have power generation interconnection, you have bioenergy infrastructure, you have coal and gas and oil infrastructure connected. Then it will be hopefully the region will be having a secure energy supply and also affordable energy supply.
Right. All right, thank you very much
so
for that.